Today, we're marking our 6-year anniversary. With our development, our progress, our expansion over these past 6 years being plain for all to see. For we have made great strides since our earliest beginnings in accomplishing everything that we set out to do, which was to attain greater levels of self-sufficiency and self-determination through legal and legitimate means, as a way of attaining a de facto independence. And beyond self-sufficiency and self-determination, an equally important aspect of this vision that we have in building a nation in the modern world is the community, the culture, the identity of that nation. And we have spent many years nurturing this identity into what it is today. And this has proven to be no small feat, as our citizens are not brought together by ethnicity, or by faith, or even by geography, but by shared values. Our desire to establish and maintain a sustainable and cohesive society that promotes family values, that respects the natural rights of the individual, and recognizes the necessity of community cohesion in order to protect those freedoms and those rights from those that would seek to undermine or destroy them. And these values, these aspirations, can be seen throughout our most fundamental objectives, the same objectives that we've had since the very beginning. Promoting soil health, organic produce, environmental conservation, renewable energy, sound money, voluntary taxation, these are all geared towards our overarching vision of what our lives could be like. And while we do understand that as a generational nation-building project, that we will only be able to accomplish but a fraction of what we wish to do, with each year that passes, we accomplish that much more. Over the past year, we have worked to bring southward and wayward south to adjoining provinces of the Empire up to standard, with a major focus on clearing the land of the excess materials and waste that had been built up on these lands prior to Stomaria's involvement. We installed a new display area for the granite tablets that feature southward and wayward south. We installed new fencing, a new toilet facility. We disposed of fallen trees, cleared rhododendron from the land for camping, brought in more stone for the pathways that cut through the land, extended the driveway for the catering unit, established a new honesty stall, put up a new postbox and signage for the land, reinforced the dead hedging around the boundaries, planted laurel saplings and fruit trees, and much more besides. We continued to promote soil health by composting leaves and green waste and mixing it into the existing earth alongside horse manure in order to build up a supply of rich and rejuvenated soil in which Stomarian produce can thrive. We began harvesting the rhubarb that was first planted in early 2024, making this the third and so far most successful crop that we've ever had. We began the process of splitting, bagging and tagging logs and kindling that we can use as a form of biomass energy for the events and gatherings that we host. We harvested and sold honey from Stomarian hives, with our burgeoning apicultural industry now able to provide us with a small but steady stream of this liquid gold. Alongside these Stomarian-grown and Stomarian-made products, we re-established the imperial market, where citizens and supporters are able to purchase Stomarian merchandise, including flags, badges, passport covers, and even status. We hosted the third ever Imperial Summit earlier this month, which was our most successful to date, bringing together citizens and supporters of Stomaria and the member states of the Empire for feasting, competitions, games and workshops in order to forge closer ties with one another. We introduced a new application process for those that wish to become citizens of Stomaria, ensuring that those that identify as Stomarians are truly invested in and supportive of what we're building. Our followings across a number of social media platforms have reached all-time highs, with our YouTube channel alone boasting more than 3,000 subscribers, with our videos being viewed more than 300,000 times. A new uniform was introduced for the Imperial Guard, blending the original ceremonial uniform with the more recent battle dress uniform in order to create something more durable, modern, and elegant. We refined our coat of arms and introduced a new motto, Family, Freedom, Fatherland, to more directly reflect what is truly important to the Stomarian people, while nevertheless retaining the symbols of loyalty, honour and courage, which are all virtues that we hold dear. We continue to utilise the stater as a medium of exchange, with over 2,000 staters or over 2 kilograms of pure silver being distributed to and circulated by the citizens and supporters of the Empire. We began reviewing and reaching out to a small number of communities that we believed show a great deal of promise. Consequently, we established an alliance with the Republic of Galvonia, the first time we've established such relations with an external entity since April 2022. We also appointed a citizen to the Stomarian nobility, with Lord Wells, a long-time and dedicated citizen of Stomaria, being recognised for his immense contributions to our fledgling nation. And as I've said many times before, these steps may seem minor in the greater scheme of things, but it is a far cry from where Stomaria started. A flag stood in the corner of my living room, a few dozen followers on our Facebook page, and a vision for the future. We had no land, no citizens, no infrastructure, no industries, no staters, no member states, no allies, not even an heir to the throne. But what Stomaria did have was me, someone that, despite having no fame or fortune to my name, was absolutely determined to push this forward, to make it a success. And I've spent the last 6 years doing just that. And as a result, Stomaria has become the blueprint for success for many hundreds of nation builders out there who have seen our journey, our successes, our setbacks, our growth, our development and expansion. This is all in the public space for all to see. But now, having accomplished all that we have, we must look to the future, to the next citizen, to the next province, to the next batch of staters, to the next member states, to the next industry, to the next external alliance. We must always be pushing forward. And for those that support Stomaria, I would encourage you to get in touch, get on board, and help us to build a new nation in the modern world. If you want to learn more about Stomaria or play an active role in our development and expansion, visit our website at www.stomaria.com and find out what it means to be a Stomarian.